Hey, good people, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. And man, you are going to have such a great time learning all kinds of fun and easy blues licks, rock licks, and blues rock licks, and phrasing them together and having fun jamming them. So let's start with some really simple and easy kind of classic blues licks, and we're going to throw in some slides to get a little different sound. And these are a lot of these licks I was playing in the intro and kind of phrasing them together over the chord changes. That's the B minor blues. So we are in the key of B minor, and we're going to be using that B minor pentatonic and blues expanded scale. Okay, and that's the scale that takes your basic box shape and it adds the lower notes of the box before it and the higher notes of the box after it. So we're playing like almost over half the neck in this expanded scale, or extended scale you might hear it called, and it really gives you a lot more liquidy kind of fluid sound than just staying in one box up and down. Right? It's a very liquidy sounding scale combining three of our boxes. So practice that if you're not familiar with it and get real comfortable with it. We're adding the blue note. Right? And you want to get very, very comfortable with that scale and really commit that to memory, and you're really going to enjoy just going back and forth. And in fact, you could just put the jam track on. And what I was doing a lot in the intro was I was just using slides where I was, instead of playing, like for instance, from the D to the E note on the A string, from the 5th to the 7th fret, I was sliding. And then descending the scale, resolving to our B. Very important that you know the B notes, because you're going to be resolving a lot of these licks to those B notes. And also notice the timing of that lick. I'm letting the lick breathe a little bit. And that time I went twice on the low E string on the 5th fret and slid to the 7th fret. So the slides add a little different character as opposed to playing straight notes without them. And I think for students starting out, it's a very easy way for you to get your licks to have a little bit more character to them. Do it once and then do it twice. Mix up the timing of it, right? And then I moved into, played that blues note, right? And then I was doing the 7 to 9 on the D string, and then descending 9, 7, 9 on the A string. Millions of licks you can get just by doing different combinations of 1, 2 slides. So mess around at first just with this top part of the scale, like the E, A, and the D strings, like I just played. Put on the track and then just kind of slide around. I was doing now, if we move down to the G string, was I was playing this like, and that's a very cool thing to do where you're bending. In this instance, I'm bending this D note like a quarter to a half step. It's an interesting note, especially in blues and rock, because you could use it as this Sounds good both ways, straight and bent. But when you bend it, try to put a little hook in it. And then I resolve it to that B note. And then you could bend it, and then leave some space, right? Or here's another cool lick, where I'm really playing off that root note and this flat third to major third, because we're kind of bending it to the major third, a little outside the scale, but it sounds very cool in blues and in rock. See how I hit the note twice there? You know, sometimes hit your notes once, hit them twice. Tons of licks connecting that now. Now that note, that D note, throughout this scale, you could do that same bend with that first finger. See, here I did it on the A string at the 5th fret. Same thing as on the G string. And then later in the scale, here it is here, up at the 10th fret of the high E string. I go to it a lot, like at the end of a lick, where you think the lick is over. See how I sneak it in right at the end? There, I was using this blue note, which is another cool lick, up at this expanded section of the scale. There's tons and tons of great licks up here. Start off slow with these easy licks. Slide around, use that expanded shape and have fun, right? Give yourself plenty of fun time on that guitar. And if you have any questions, you know, we're available. So reach out, you know, we're here to help. Just drop us an email at thenextlevelguitar@yahoo.com. And be sure to check out our full-on video instructional website at www.nextlevelguitar.com. There's thousands of lessons on the site for beginners, intermediates, advanced players, all genres of music. We're continually adding new lessons to it, and it's a very structured curriculum. So I will see you in the next lesson. Keep putting those guitars in your hands every day and keep on rocking. All right, we'll see you soon.